This is it, the second of the Toyo top four battles, and Tom Monkhouse has been in excellent form in the Japanese Motorsport 180SX. Very relaxed sort of young fella, up against one of the big guns, the TRD Toyo entry of Bo the Show Yates.
It's good to see the TRD car finally getting sorted. They made a lot of changes to the car. In fact, they pretty much rebuilt it from the ground up in the off-season, and now it's just starting to hit its straps. But speaking of hitting its straps, Turbo Tom Monkhouse, this car has been showing some excellent form this weekend, and right now you'd have to say pretty darn even.
Look at this, great camera shot. He's got the candles on. The proximity is outstanding. Whoa, look at this for angle. A better line certainly from Bo, but the proximity and emulation by Monkhouse, this will be tough.
Well, I think somebody told him to attach himself to Bo's rear bumper, and he did exactly that. Have a look. You can see there the TRD car beautifully picks up the apex. In fact, both cars do, but Yates had the better angle there, and Yates with the advantage coming into the second half.
There is nothing in this. Monkhouse to do the leading this time. We're on board the Drift Performance Products onboard camera giving us a look. Yates all over him. That's one thing that Bo is so good at.
Yates did noticeably slow in that first corner, so you'd have to think Monkhouse has a slight advantage now. This is going to be a tough one to judge if it stays like this. Both cars with excellent entry on the way in there. Both cars nice and early sideways, and Bo with another straight in there. This is a clear advantage now to Monkhouse. Question is it enough to call a rerun, or is there going to be a winner either way?
And this is a famous car insurance replay right now. Shows Monkhouse outstanding angle. Yates with a little bit of a straight in there, as you called it. Both guys very close, and it's a rerun.
It is sure is.
Judges could not split the two of them, so here we go. Rerun now between Bo Yates and Tom Monkhouse.
Remember, these guys are still running on the same set of tyres from the last battle, so they've got to bear in mind that there's probably not as much grip out there as they thought they had the time before. Yates hanging on to the drift a lot longer there. That's going to score a few more points with the judges. Both guys are really attacking this first corner after the straight, and it's great to see.
Well, Monkhouse put away Weisel and then Bolger to get here, but he's made a big error then. Oh, that's critical. Bo Yates' consistency could be the real telling point here.
I think it's going to be for sure. Have a look at this. I think it's just a case of Monkhouse grips up. He slows down, grips up a little bit, and drives off the circuit. Yates with a clear advantage coming into the second leg. And this is where Yates really screws his head on right and just does what he has to do to pick up the points. He's known for it.
Well, there's nothing flashy required here. If he stays close and puts the pressure on, he knows that Monkhouse has to do something absolutely extraordinary to get the points advantage back. They begin to flick it in here now to get the angle. Look at this. Nothing flashy at all from Yates. He's just there putting the pressure on.
Yates is just making sure he has a really consistent run in the TRD car. That's precisely what he's done this time around, and you'd have to think he's going to get the chocolates this time.
Great driving from Monkhouse in the second run, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Here's the famous car insurance replay once more, and Yates just niggling, just being there close enough that Monkhouse realises a great angle and great entry from Monkhouse both times, but he's going home. Yates is through to the final against Fink.
Bo the Show, you are back in the finals, guaranteed podium. You must be feeling good.
Mate, I'm absolutely stoked with that. I mean, you've got to take your hat off to Monkhouse. He's had troubles with that car, and they've obviously worked very hard to get the motor back in it, and that was some of the tightest, closest battles I've ever had in Drift Australia, and I'm just happy to be on the podium again, mate. It's just been such a long time.
Well, the battle for third was supposed to be between Darren Appleton and Tom Monkhouse, but Monkhouse must have had car issues. He actually was a no-show, so Afro picks up third. The battle for the final is between Bo Yates and Luke Fink. It will be awesome.